is Minding Your Business, the show for incredibly talented entrepreneurs. I'm your host, J.Middleton. We have for you this evening a group of really incredibly talented musicians, and their new album, Orchestrio, has just been getting fantastic reviews. I am thrilled to have on the show for you this evening the Victor Jones Orchestrio.
You know, just like a dreamer in your arms, I look in your face, I feel good inside, just like a dreamer in your arms. You know, the moment I see you, I feel warm. Just touching your hand, you know, it drives me wild. Just like a dreamer in your arms. I really love you, you know I do. I couldn't leave you, you know it's true. In love forever, right by your side. I'll be a tourist, you'll be my guide. Just like a dreamer in your arms. Just look in your face, I feel good inside. Just like a dreamer in your arms. Just like a dreamer in your arms. Just like a dreamer in your arms, arms. Just like a dreamer in your arms. Just like a dreamer in your arms.
Oh, that was great. I feel like I'm at the Blue Note. come on over. TAEKO, beautiful voice. Victor, please.
Indeed. Yeah, Blake.
Victor, come here. You're going to sit between us.
Oh, between the ladies.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
How are you,
yes.
Joan?
I'm fine.
Thanks for
And it's so
inviting us.
nice. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. It's always thrilling to have you back on the show. It really is.
It's always a thrill to be here
Oh, thank
and
you.
to see you.
Thank you. Well, you know, you are becoming the house band.
Well, that would be great.
Yes, please tell us who you have here with you this evening.
Well, this evening, of course, we have TAEKO. She's our vocalist, a wonderful vocalist.
Oh, terrific.
And
Yes.
our wonderful piano player from Austin, Texas, is MEEK. Everybody knows Dylan.
Yay.
And our bassist, the very wonderful,
Oh,
amazing,
gee, yeah.
incredible Alex Blake.
Oh, it's
Who I've been
really
playing with,
great
like, forever.
to have, yes,
Yeah,
to
guys.
have you back. It's wonderful. Okay, your music is known as acid jazz. What does that mean? I mean, it sounds
That
like,
means you have to have a drink before you listen to it.
oh, I'm
No.
sorry, I didn't bring the vodka.
Well, this is well, you know, I was part of the acid jazz scene. The music we're playing now I wouldn't consider
I
that
was
acid
wondering
jazz.
about
It's
that. Yeah,
more
yeah.
more of a traditional kind of, you know, trio music, following the impressionistic sounds of like Bill Evans, and you know, this is more a traditional thing. So you know, the acid jazz thing is. I'm leaving that on the side. But to answer that, you know, acid jazz is, you know, just a combination of R&B and urban sounds and modern jazz. So we're just
It's
doing
a
the
great-
modern jazz part.
Yeah, it's just really, it's such a great sound. And you
Thank
know, I
you.
was curious. I read someplace that you said that James Brown was an inspiration for you. You started out on the trumpet,
Yes.
and then you switched to the drums. How did James Brown fit into that picture?
I don't know. You know, when I was a child, I saw James Brown. My mother took me to hear James Brown on Easter Sunday took me to the Apollo Theater. And all I remember is, you know, of course I remember James Brown, but all I remember is the trumpet players. They were flipping their horns around. Like, that's all I can remember. So I started playing trumpet from watching James Brown's trumpet section.
Oh my gosh! And then you went to the drums.
And then I went to the drums when I was, you know, a freshman in high school.
Oh my gosh! Now, did you meet TAEKO in Japan, or
That would have been really cool.
That would have been really cool. No, I met TAEKO. Where did I meet you? I met you in New
Here
York.
in New York?
New York
sometime?
City, some party
In
that Victor was
Kitano or-
playing. That could be the initial, but recently I had a pleasure of having Victor on my recording, in my
Oh.
recent release. So that's like our official working together, I think. Was
Yeah,
it?
Yeah. We met at a guy's house. His name was Gary Keys. That's where we met.
Right.
Gary Keys is a filmmaker.
Ah, and this is your album, TAEKO Wonderland?
Yes.
Ah.
This came out last year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It features
Congratulations.
Doug Karn on the piano,
Yeah.
Lonnie Plaxico on the bass, and Victor Jones on drums. We
Now,
had fun.
did you start your pickup jazz in singing in Japan? Because jazz is very popular
Oh
in
yes,
Japan.
Japan loves jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Is that where
listened
you
to
started?
jazz. I listened to jazz. I had jazz musicians around me, but it was somewhat difficult for me to understand, actually, to be honest with you. But when I came to New York City in 1998 and listened to jazz in New York City, and I loved it. Really loved it. It
Now,
was
where did
something
you study?
else.
Did you
On the
formally-
street of New York City. Working with somebody like Victor is the best lesson I could ever take.
The Jones University.
Really. That's really.
Oh my
So
gosh!
us-
Now, did you ever sing? And because you come from a musical family, don't you?
Well, my grandfather and the father loved singing traditional Japanese music for fun. I don't know if I would say it, my family as a musical family, but we had music around, and I always liked music, and I was reacting to rhythms and music.
Now, have you gone back to Japan to do jazz dates and have jazz engagements at
Oh
clubs?
yes,
And
every time.
how often do you manage to get there?
Oh well, 2 or 3 times a year, and whenever I travel to Japan, it always is 2 or 3 weeks, like 15 shows throughout
my
the country.
gosh.
That travel.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
really
but
fun.
you find yourself spending a lot of time here.
It's been
Yeah.
16 years.
Oh, gee, she's a great enhancement to your
What?
orchestrio.
You've been here almost as long as me.
Well, I want to talk to one of my favorite people, Mr. Blake. Hello.
Oh, yes.
It's such a thrill to have you back.
Well,
Thank
you
you
so
so much for coming back. You know
Thank
you're
you.
playing one of my favorite instruments.
All right.
And, and I mean, you just have such an incredibly outstanding reputation. It's an honor to have you here.
Well, thank you very much.
It really is. Did you always play sitting down?
I'm sorry?
Did you always play sitting down?
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Basically,
it's-
you know, I used to play an amp baby bass when I first started playing, so I used to have it way, way up. And because of the size of the amp baby bass.
Oh, here, take the mic. Thank you.
Sorry, because of the size of the amp baby bass, sitting down wasn't really a good option. So when I started playing the upright bass, in terms of my particular style of playing, it was the most adequate thing for me to do, is sit down. And I always loved the way a cello looked, so yeah, so that
do you
was
play
part
the
of it.
cello as well?
No, I
I
don't.
mean,
I just always loved that.
Now, were you touring? You were in Japan recently, weren't you?
I was in Japan
Kyoto?
recently. I've been in several different places recently in the last couple of months. So,
Been in
I
Russia?
just got home Sunday night.
Really?
So I've
When were
spent-
you in Russia?
I was in Russia about at least a month and a half ago. I was over in a city called Krasnoyarsk, which is in Siberia. And
wow.
yeah, it was pretty far out there.
You know, you play so many musical genres, and you've played with so many outstanding musicians. And I think you were with Lou Donaldson and Dizzy Gillespie. They were sort of like mentors
Well-
and discoverers of you and your incredible talent. But this is where it's home for you. It's
Home is here in New York City. Originally, I was born in Panama.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Panama, Panama City, Panama. So I came to the United States when I was about 7 years
Now
old.
you don't come from a musical family, don't you?
Yes, my dad is a trombonist and also plays trumpet, and he was pretty well known in our country when he was coming up. So, and my brother also is a great bassist as well. So yeah.
Well, I'd like to talk to Dylan. We have a nice long.
All right.
Dylan, I'm so glad that you're back.
I'm
Thank
glad
you
to be
so
back.
much, Rich.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, the last time you were here, I believe you were in school or you were on a school break. Where the New
At the
York.
New School of Jazz and Contemporary Music.
And it's really interesting in talking to Victor and reading some of the press about you. Victor feels and says that you've developed at such a young age a sound of your own. And what,
He
what
has said
do you,
that.
how would you
And you have.
how would you describe that? How would you interpret that? Because I mean, I'm not going to say how old you are, but I know that you are.
I'm 23 years old. So,
Moving right along.
just practicing a lot and playing with a lot of great musicians such as Victor
And
and
looking
Alex.
at the
and
list that you've played with, you have played with some really great musicians.
I've
I mean,
been very
just these
fortunate.
two gentlemen right here. And now have you graduated from the New School yet?
I have graduated with my bachelor's in jazz performance.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that it has happened.
Thank you,
And
me
you
too.
performed for your senior
I
thesis,
did,
so to speak?
yeah, senior recital. I had a senior recital in October.
Now, before you got to the New School, how much earlier, were you studying? Or did you play a lot by ear?
Jazz? Well, originally I was self-taught originally by ear, and then I met a mentor in Texas named Jimmy Neely, who's an older pianist from Harlem. Actually, he's played with a lot of people. He's an older man, but I studied also with Johnny O'Neill. He was a really great mentor
Yeah,
of
well,
mine.
you definitely had some great people in your corner bringing you along, and it's wonderful. And Victor, you and everyone here is a star, really, and it's just, I could talk for a much longer time about
Who's a star?
all of you. Oh.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Yes, yes, yes. So instead of talking about everything that you've done, let's hear you play what you're doing.
Okay, we're going to do a
So,
song. We're going to do a song that I used to play with a great singer. Her name is Angela Bofield.
Okay,
And
so
she
why
made
don't you
this
go
song
on over
famous.
and get ready.
We'll talk more later.
In the couple of minutes or so that it will take, you did not mention, and it hasn't been talked about, that Victor Jones is a Grammy winner, award winner, and is truly what's described as a new breed of drummer, band leader, which is not that usual. So on this next piece, we will again hear TAEKO in her lovely jazz voice and doing the vocals on, what's the name of the song you're going to do now?
Under the Moon and Over the Sky.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Orchestrio.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like the wings of a bird, my heart soaring way up high, under the moon and over the sky. A man and a woman, a love that would never die, under the moon and over the sky. The universe is waiting for you to live a life that's happy and free. Let's go out and reach for the sun. Happiness and love could be for everyone if we just try a little harder. If we just try a little harder.
was really exciting. And oh, that was fantastic. This is, I could just sit here and listen to your wonderful music. Yes, please, come join me. Here, come sit here. And you have a new album out, Orchestrio.
Yes.
How, and it's gotten really terrific reviews. And how do you market it?
Well, I market it through the website and the label called Artist Fan. Artist Fan label. It's kind of an internet label. And, you know, when we play live concerts, we sell it there as well. So
Okay, and information about it is on your website.
it's on my website,
have,
VictorJonesMusic.com.
Terrific, terrific. Now, what you just did, is that from the album?
No, that's from an album that's coming out soon.
Ah, okay. Well, this has been fantastic, and it has just been so wonderful having you here.
Okay.
And so I want to say thank you to you, TAEKO.
Thank you,
Alex,
June.
Victor, Dylan. What a thrill. What a thrill. And I also want to say thank you to our crew on camera and in the control room. We are pleased to have with us this evening, yeah? I think
Good
great.
sound. Good sound.
Zachy Starman, who has his own show here at MNN Astrology, and also Jose Jurade, who has a show, is doing a show at Lehman College Public Access, who came in to help us this evening. And of course, my son, Ed Middleton, our caterer, and as well as our director, and to John B., my brother,
Yes.
also a bass player,
That's
who
right.
is responsible for bringing Victor and I together. This is wonderful.
That's true.
Thank you so much. And a very, very special thanks to Rich of Manhattan Neighborhood Network for making this show possible. You have been watching Minding Your Business, the show for really incredibly outstanding entrepreneurs. You must please see yourself where you want to be, and you will definitely get there. It takes a lot of work, but you are just so wonderful. I'm your host, June Middleton, and please join us again. And remember, you will see yourself where you want to be. And the time that we have left, Victor, can you do one more piece for us? Is this one from your album?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
This is called,
And
what's the
all
name of
of
it?
you were on this album.
Huh?
Yes?
Excuse
You're
me?
all on this album.
Yeah, we're TAEKO
Okay.
and
And I
Alex
love
and
the
Dylan.
title of this song. What
the
is it?
whatchamacallit.
That's
The
great.
whatchamacallit.
All right.
Because that's what they say after, you know. Okay, we'll start with the
It was
band.
too complex
With-
to
with
even
just solo.
give another
One.
title to it.
No. What you call it? What key?